Welcome back to Nikki's Scrapbooking Adventures. I thought I would give you an idea of what I am going to gift someone for Christmas. So, this is a scrapbooking channel, so can you guess? I'm going to give them a scrapbook. Now, note, she is 10 years old, so she doesn't have a paper trimmer, she doesn't have any glue or tape or anything like that, so I'm going to go ahead and gift her a glue. You know, one of those just tape runners. I'm probably going to give her a glue stick too, in case she wants to do that instead. And then I am going to give her this binder. Now, I took my knockoff Vicky Bouton collection, which I'll link here, so you can take a look at that. And this was a knockoff version of her Sweet Rush. So you know it's got a lot of bright colors, got lots of pink, all that kind of stuff. 10-year-old girl, you had to get those fun, bright colors. So this is what I have done. I asked her mom for 20 photos of her favorite photos from this year, of mom's favorites photos. The daughter might have different, but I'm going to go ahead and print those off with a white border so that you don't have to worry about adding borders and they don't have to glue it to the border and all that fun stuff. And then I am giving her this notebook. So this notebook, this first page is a page protector with just a 8.5 by 11 cardstock with some flat embellishments. What I've noticed while making this project is there's not much room in an 8.5 page protector. So I'm going to do 8.5 by 11 because it's a smaller size, so it's easier to scrapbook. And all I did was make base pages. So I had this really cool heart. I just cut it out. I thought I was going to do 2 pages. I just decided to do 1, so it actually looks like a heart. And what I've been doing to see if these actually work is just taking a random photo and placing it a couple places on the page to make sure you can tell what the design is. So I kind of do it horizontal, vertical, move it a couple different places, because I will be sending her 4x6 photos because that's the cheapest way to print. So what I've done is I took page maps, sketches, in the 8.5 by 11 and just ran with it. And I saw some other ones down here that I might have picked up, or, you know, I just grabbed some inspiration from page maps. Those are the only 8.5 by 11 sketches that I know of, so I might as well just go with what I know. And I just made a whole bunch of base pages. So everything is adhered nicely, and all she has to do then is stick her photos down. She doesn't have to journal if she doesn't want to. She doesn't have to put a title if she doesn't want to. Now she can. She absolutely can, and I've given her the resources to do that. Like I picked up these from I don't know if it was, I think it's Joann's like tag stack or something like that, or ephemera. There's like ephemera book. Anywho, so I grabbed that, put that in there, did punch the pieces out. This is leftovers. So I just took a border punch to these and made a cool leftover page. I mean, bing, bang, boom. You got a cool spot to put your stuff, right? Like, so fun. So I did 20 pages, and I am going to do the same thing with my Paige Evans stash. I have hardly touched. Look at all this Paige Evans. Look at all that. Just so much. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I thought I would take you along on the journey. So what I've done for this, just to kind of set up and get ready, is I am going to grab my Page Maps sketches from my handy dandy layout guide binder. And I did really like the layouts from 2022. I'm not a huge fan of the layouts in 2021. There's not many blocks of paper, like maybe this one, but really it's not that blocky. So I might keep, you know what, I might keep a couple of these out. I might go like this and then like this. just grab 3 years worth of page map sketches, and I'm going to stick them to the left of me. When I'm working on a sketch, I have what this is supposed to be like a laptop holder. And then I have a foam piece of board that I've attached to a magnetic sheet in case I lose dies. I can just stick the die on here. And then I'm just sticking that right here. Now, at one point, I had a magnet so that the whole thing could kind of stay together. This sits fine. And this sits right next to me to my left. So I never lose it because it's vertical. It doesn't get underneath the papers around my desk. It is awesome. So it is definitely something that I recommend. I am also going to go grab a couple border punches because sometimes the sketches do call for border punches. And then I'm grabbing my stack of 8.5 by 11 colored cardstock. If you noticed on here, I like using this colored cardstock as a different option from white. I have so much white paper, I can definitely use white, but every once in a while it's fun to throw in a colored cardstock as your background, or a black, you know. So I definitely like doing that. So I'm gonna go grab my punches and we will start on one of these. So I grabbed my punches, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'd hardly ever use this punch and I really do like it. And then I also have one that's gonna make kind of like a border, like a fancy border. So these are the two that I'm gonna use for this album. So it's gonna be sitting up there for me, so whenever I want it. And the sketch I'm going to start with is this one right here. So I need a block of paper and a band of paper, essentially. And I am going to try to find my favorite piece of paper in this massive, massive stack. So I'm going to go do a quick flip through of the paper. And if anything stands out, I will go ahead and pull it. And you know what? There's one right there. That's pretty. It's got kind of a pink background. Okay, and then, you know what, this orange right behind it is going to work perfect. So I think this is going to be probably 10 by 6, 10 by 8. Now, yeah, okay. So I'm going to grab this guy. We're just going to cut this in half. That's the easy way to start, right? And then I'll just do 8 inches because that is a very common size. And it's easy to remember. Now this has a pink background to it, so I'm okay with putting it on white. Well, do I want to put it on white cardstock? Because now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of funky, doesn't it? So I can try lime green, but that is not going to go with my orange. That's too bright. And this is where this big stack of paper can come in handy. Oh, I see a blue. Okay, so here's... Nope. Nope. Let's do... I see a light blue. Gimme the light blue. Yeah. I think I'm going to like this a lot better. And I'm going to switch the orange to a green. So let's go find a green. Now I've got this green piece right here that I think will look really good with this. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to vote that that's about a 2.5 inch strip. 2 inch strip. So the nice thing about doing these this way is I have no photos. I don't know what the photos are going to look like. And that's absolutely okay in this situation. Because all I want to do is play with the paper. Like, look at how cute that looks. And I haven't even done any treatments to it. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to. I think this will counteract the cool pattern. Yeah, I don't like that. So, I'm not going to use my border punch, and I can absolutely do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere. Look at that. It took me, what? I don't know. A couple minutes to do this base page. So I totally get why people love doing 8.5 by 11 layouts now. Because it is that simple, especially when you don't have photos. If I had photos in hand, I would fuss and fuss and fuss and fuss and fuss. I really, truly would. And I think I did the other album in like 2 days. Yeah, pretty sure. It was like 2 days. So I'm thinking maybe I do 30 for this album. I don't have a binder picked out yet. And I don't know how thick of a binder I'm going to need. So let's see. Just like that. Boom. And there's one page done. And it goes in my done pile. Okay, so now that I have this, right, let's use it with a different color. Now, here's a pink. Ooh, that's too pink. Ooh, I cannot do that. My brain hurts on that one. I might, sorry. It is not happening. Ooh, here we go. I can use a border. Oh, this has got a really cool blue on the background. I'm not going to sacrifice that. Never mind, never mind. So my goal is to find a piece of paper. What if we did this instead? Yes. Okay, so I'm now focusing on this one. I think what I'm going to do is just do a band right down the middle. Yep, we're going to do a band right down the middle. So downside of doing 12 by 12 is that you have these random 1-inch strips. They kind of drive me up the wall a little bit. It'll be fine. That you then have to cut down. Just drives me up the wall. But it will be okay. Okay, so what I might do is I might try to center this as best I can. And then tuck the other ones down. Sweet. And I just put one strip of adhesive, so now I can tuck these and get it just the way I want it for width wise. And then I will have to take some adhesive glue and fit them. But I'm pretty good at eyeballing, kinda. Kinda. That looks good. Now I could have taken my We Are Memory layer guides and absolutely done it that way too, but if I want to do quick scrapbooking, I want to do quick scrapbooking, and that does not sound like quick scrapbooking to me. Hang on. Scoochy, scoochy. Trying to make it look like it is one piece of paper is a little difficult, and that's okay. Quick dry along all the edges here, because what I don't want to happen is this to pop up while you take it in and out of the album, because they're not going to know how to fix that. So you can see I can put a photo this way, or I can photo this way, or right in the middle even, or right down the middle. I would probably put it over to the left or right, but let's just, and then another page done. What if I did something like this? Let's see. Okay, multicolor piece of paper. Let's use this one. Ooh. Well, let's use this one. I've been kind of dying to use this one, actually. It's beautiful. So, we need a block of paper, and then a block on top, and a block and a band. So, I've got my band already. So, let's do a 2-inch band. I feel like that's my go-to on this piece of paper for some reason. That's okay. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do this way. Well, or I can flip it. Let's think. If I flip it, then I probably want this to go that way. And I have no idea what collections I have here. I think I've got Wonders, and oh, this looks like it's Wonders as well. But I feel like, oh, look at that. There's a perfect strip. Okay, well, we're going to use that later for sure. Now, I want to go this way. I'm going to go that way. So, let's see. This is probably 6-inch tall. Do we want to make it the bigger piece then, since this is my focal photo? I don't know. Okay. 6 tall. Because that makes my life easier. And we'll do 8 wide. So that gives us a 1/2 inch on either side. Put this guy back on top like it was. And then I need a little block here. Let's do purple. What's kind of nice is if you get those project pads, you can absolutely use them on this. I don't know why 6x8 is like the friend of mine. We'll go 5x7. So we get a little bit more, or 5x8. Actually, that looks really good. So we get more of the paper. Now, do I like this more? I really want to see this paper. This is my focal paper, so I might as well use it to its advantage. Let's see, do we want to rotate that? Or put this just a smidge on top? I mean, either way works, but I think I'm going to do it this way. And am I going to care about gutting this? Well, that green is barely shown. And I think I might have a scrap. Nope. I thought I did. Or we just take it out. Can do that too, since it's so minimal. Or I can put this like this, or it's a shelf. See, this is where you get to kind of play. Like it is a shelf. Do we want the purple sticking out from underneath? Yes. This is not a normal color combo for me. I feel like that's why it's throwing me off just a smidge. We'll shift that to the left. Let's check a photo. That looks good. That looks really good. That looks good. Okay. Shift it to the left. well, that... I guess I had different plans for this one than what would... And that's okay. You know, you use sketches as bouncing off points. And sometimes it doesn't work in the way you intended, and that's okay. So that's layout number 3. And yeah. So I thought I would just kind of help give you some inspiration on a potential gift idea you can do for your loved ones. And use scraps, bust a collection, do all that kind of stuff. If you would like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 750 subscribers.